UK military steps up plans for Iran attack amid fresh nuclear fears. And what do they say at the end of the Sky Television article? It says U.S. troops are being moved into Kuwait. As I told you 2.5 weeks ago, it was not in the news at that time. I even told you they were going to try the invasion against Gaddafi, NATO-backed, in September, October. And, of course, it happened because I had military sources. And then you saw that happen. And then it got spun back, and they said, Alex is crazy. U.S. troops were never on the ground. They were admittedly on the ground. See, Obama says U.S. troops were never on the ground. You know why? Because they were under NATO flag. It's like saying our troops weren't in Bosnia. It was a UN operation. You see these little semantic games? It's kind of like Napolitano's now saying, I didn't perjure myself on Fast and Furious. We didn't call it that then. We called it Gun Runner. So I didn't lie when I said I didn't know about Fast and Furious because we weren't calling it that yet. I knew about Gun Runner. But they said, you did this gun running Fast and Furious. I know nothing about gun running. Then she gets caught. Oh, I knew about Project Gun Runner. I didn't know about Fast and Furious. Same program. They just gave it another name. They play these games with you like you're an idiot. Because it does scare the system that we've got our hand on the pulse so closely. That we know what they're doing. I saw articles attacking us 8 months ago when we were predicting that they would use a ground rebel force in Libya next and then call those the legitimate government and back it up with NATO attack. I saw our articles and my videos. Where was it? I think it was on Little Green Footballs, one of the neocon sites, attacking me at the time going, look at this loon saying they're going to attack through proxies Libya, and then exactly what I said happened. That scares the system that I know what they're up to. With spending dozens of hours every day with all these top experts and guests, reading hundreds of news articles a day, poring over data and history and strategies and proxy warfare. Obviously, this is not hard. It's all telegraphed. Okay, let's continue here now. You have just joined us during the kickoff of the 27-hour marathon transmission, second annual marathon transmission. I want to ask all listeners to go to Infowars.com. In fact, we'll put this on screen. If you go to Infowars.com, you will see there in the featured news area a link. I need to restart my computer in here. I don't think it's been restarted in a week or two, and it's just not working. So I'm unable to use my computer. I need somebody to fix that for me if you can. Thank you. Or during the break, I can run over and do it, I guess. Great. But the point I'm here making is if you go to InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com, that's the best place to find it. I was trying to tell you on Infowars where it's at. Yeah, there's Infowars.com. Scroll down, and then there's a link there that says Infowars launches 24-hour plus offensive against tyranny. And if you scroll down there, you see our video feed of the next 27 hours, and then you see our other backup, and then you see our Justin TV, and you see our Ustream and other systems. And we've had over 1 million people in one day before tune into the free streams. In a 3-day period, we had 3.5 million during our Bilderberg coverage. And obviously, our servers can't handle millions of people tuning in. So if our servers go down, if those top links go down, you'll be able to watch on Justin TV and Ustream in other areas. Though we did crash Justin TV during that Bilderberg coverage in June. So that is all available there. Please get that link and share it with everyone. But really, the easiest place to find it is InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com. You go to InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com, you see live feed 1, live feed 2, live feed 3. And then we have backup feeds under that. And you can check out the entire transmission right there and all these guests that are coming up. And who's coming up? Joel Skousen of World Affairs Brief to break down Iran, the economy, give us his view on that. Webster Griffin Tarpley, geopolitical expert, will also be joining us. Catherine Albrecht. George Norrie, the icon, #2 talk show host in the world. David Icke, Nizo introduction. Mike Adams will then 5 to 7 Central sit in with a bunch of guests coming up so I can get a break. Then we have Alfred Adass joining us, always amazing. Tex Mars. We have Mr. Corbett joining us, always informative. We've got Fritz Springmeier, fresh out of being a political prisoner, joining us. Aaron Dykes then sits in for a couple hours, 2 to 4. He's got some guests. as well that are going to be very informative. Paul Watson then sits in for a couple hours, then Richard Reeves. Then I'm back at 7 a.m., so I'll do 20 hours out of 27. This says we're going to do the Begich video. I know I told him I want to do Iserby. Begich is great, but this Iserby is breaking stuff. And we may do the Begich later if we have time. That's a premiere video. Then Gerald Celente joins me live. Then Alan Watt. Then Jim Mars. And then Bob Chapman. So you talk about powerful 27-hour transmission. And if you're listening on AM and FM and want to be able to watch the show as well, just go to InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com or Infowars.com to find those free audio and video feeds. Also, you can get 15 days free at PrisonPlanet.tv right now, free trial subscription. And your memberships also support this truly alternative grassroots media organization. Now, let me tell you why we're doing this money bomb. It's really elementary. It was listeners 4 years ago that had the idea for money bombs that helped move us into this bigger operation, buy more equipment, and spurred me to go to the next level. And by doing that, we've been able to radically expand our reach. 4 years ago, I was probably reaching 5.5, 6 million people a week total. It's 15 million conservatively. That's extremely conservative. 15 million people a week. 15 million. I have films seen online with over 35 million views per film. 35 million. Who else is at this level? Who else is opposing the globalists at this level? Who else is exposing them? Who else understands them? Who else has this incredible spectrum of guests with different perspectives so you can come to your own decision like I do? Who else? We have to go to the next level, and we have to be strong in case, knock on wood, we get sued. In case I get killed or imprisoned, this operation's got to continue. I'm trying to groom the reporters, the researchers, the people that know what they're doing. I've got a plan in place if something happens to me. Believe me, I take the threat serious. And I know these are criminals we're fighting. So it's very simple. And we've got some reserve backup capital to try to run this operation regardless, but to hire a couple of reporters and a second line of people to help us on the nightly news show. And I quite frankly think we need one more person on the radio area. We got 2 people, but then emergencies come up. We're shorthanded. We got 1 person right now. And we're going to do that too. We're going to get 1 more person on the radio. We need that. I'm making that decision right now. But the issue is that we need to get the personnel. We need some equipment. And so we're trying to raise $500,000. Sounds like a lot when you're running a big operation. When you actually run something with 30-plus people, you find out it's not jack squat. It's a lot, though, for a country falling apart. But look, when you give to Ron Paul, when you give to alternative media, when you buy organic food, you are voting with your dollars. And other revolutionaries rob banks, to fund themselves. We don't do that. We're restorationists. We're doing this through the free market, through books, video sales, subscription sales, and listener-supported money bombs. If the globalists get the public to give to all their anti-gun charities and things and to NPR and things, why shouldn't we? That's another thing. They don't like me talking about a strike on Iran, and they hate this money bomb. Not just because of Alex Jones. They don't like the idea of people giving to patriot political causes, because if you did give across the board, we'd beat these people. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. I am fired up, getting ready for this 27-hour transmission. Joel Skousen coming up to break down his perspective, his view on world events. Then we got Webster Tarpley joining us and a lot more today. But getting back to this money bomb, the idea of people giving, the idea of people all in, like in my mother's side of the family, William Ayers selling his land in New York and buying a ship full of Bibles, very expensive. He was a wealthy man, and coming to Texas to preach the gospel that he believed in, Protestantism, as a Protestant because he didn't like the fact that everybody was being forced to convert to Catholicism. That helped create Texas today. And I'm not getting into some Catholic Protestant fight here. I'm just saying history's made by people that take action. History's made by people that step into the gap, people who step up and take action. And that's what I've done in the last 17 years. And I want to thank all of you that have donated at InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com. We've raised over $60,000 now. We need to get all the way up to $500,000 by the end of the show tomorrow in this 27-hour transmission Money Bomb to be able to continue to expand our operation at the levels we need to and to buy the equipment we need to. Go watch the videos of what we've built in the last 3.5, 4 years. Thanks to your support, it allowed us to not gamble as much and to be able, by gamble I mean hire people and then go out of and then go bankrupt. It allowed us to grow and to be safe about that growth, because I don't want to be reckless with this operation. Okay, because it's such an important research facility, a system for reaching out to people. So again, ladies and gentlemen, prisonplanet.tv. You can support us by getting a prisonplanet.tv membership. You get 15 days anyways right now, free. You support us by going to Infowars Money Bomb and donating. Again, think about the fact that NPR gets up there, though it's government funded and Rockefeller funded. Listen to who funds it. And then they also beg for money 3 or 4 times a year, every day. So they can sit there and put out anti-family, anti-gun, anti-freedom garbage. Now, there's some good PBS facilities in the country run by good people. So I'm not even trying to bash public television. I've actually seen some good out of that. But the point is they still have government funding and then big mega banker funding, foundation funding, and then viewers like you. So it's very elementary. If you believe in what we're doing and you believe it's good to give to a cause of waking people up, please donate. But listen, I do not want little old ladies who aren't doing well to give me 1 dime. I don't want young people who aren't doing well to give me anything. Spread the word about the show. Spread the word about the information. That's the most important thing. Spread the word about this transmission that's taking place right now for 27 hours straight. But for those of you that own businesses, those of you who don't like collectivism and tyranny and the banksters, who else is going to call for the arrest of the banksters? Who else is going to really point out what's happening? Who else is going to expose the system? Who else is going to expose the left-right paradigm and how they operate? Who else is going to give you results like you've seen here with the Infowars family? So I'm going to tell you right now, go to InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com if you want to make us stronger, if you want to see us grow even faster, if you want to see us expand what we're doing. We are doing the best job we can. We are busting our hind ends. I didn't leave here till 9:30 last night. And you know what? I'm not even seeing my family hardly now these days. But you know what? It's worth it because they have no future if we don't do this. So spread the word about InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com. Tell folks about the incredible 27-hour transmission. Spread that link out to everybody and donate now at InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Thank you so much for joining us. Joel Skousen coming up in the next segment. We got Webster Griffin Carpley coming on. We're going to get into all this incredible police state, geopolitical news. All of it is coming up. Now, continuing here today, we're having the 4th annual Money Bomb, which is added treasure, as the Founding Fathers would say, to fund our info war against the globalist. You know, a couple of their Hellfire missiles cost $500,000 that they're dropping on people. And the government takes your money, forces you to then give it to their systems, which are given to offshore banks. They don't give you a choice. We give you a choice. If you want to give your money in a place where it has more bang for its buck than anywhere else, then it's InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com. Or just go to Infowars.com. There's a big, giant banner on the top of the screen. You click on that, and it takes you over there to the site where you can donate on PayPal, credit card, you name it. Also, I was going to do a bunch of pen and inks and even some acrylic, and I got so busy I never did it. But during my 2-hour break tonight, when Mike Adams is doing the show, I'm gonna have him go over to Hobby Lobby or wherever and get me the art supplies. The problem is I know what I need, and maybe I'll just run over there. and do some, just because it's an idea I've always wanted to do it, just some fast, quick paintings of different things, some political stuff, and then we're going to sell those on the eBay. There's a big link at InfowarsMoneyBomb.com to our eBay selection. It's got Tyranny Crusher 2. We've actually used this for more than 2 years. It says on the eBay, we've been using it for 2 years. Actually, this was my spare. We've had this, I think, 5 years, and the other one got broken 4 years ago. 8 months ago, when we were predicting that they would use a ground rebel force in Libya next, and then call those the legitimate government and back it up with NATO attack. I saw our articles and my videos. Where was it? I think it was on Little Green Footballs, one of the neocon sites, attacking me at the time going, you see these little semantic games? It's kind of like Napolitano's now saying, I didn't perjure myself on Fast and Furious. We didn't call it that then. We called it Gun Runner. So I didn't lie when I said I didn't know about Fast and Furious because we weren't calling it that yet. I knew about Gun Runner. But they said, you did this gun running Fast and Furious. I know nothing about gun running. The UK military steps up plans for Iran attack amid fresh nuclear fears. And what do they say at the end of the Sky Television article? It says U.S. troops are being moved into Kuwait. As I told you 2.5 weeks ago, it was not in the news at that time. I even told you they were going to try the invasion against Gaddafi, NATO-backed in September, October. And, of course, it happened. She gets caught. Oh, I knew about Project Gun Runner. I didn't know about Fast and Furious. Same program. They just gave it another name. They play these games with you like you're an idiot. Because it does scare the system that we've got our hand on the pulse so closely that we know what they're doing. I saw articles attacking happened because I had military sources. And then you saw that happen. And then it got spun back, and they said, Alex is crazy. U.S. troops were never on the ground. They were admittedly on the ground. See, Obama says U.S. troops were never on the ground. You know why? Because they were under NATO flag. It's like saying our troops weren't in Bosnia. It was a UN operation.